Meatballs with toasted mozzarella, pasta with tomato sauce and sausage, bread pudding that will make chocoholics swoon. With all of this outstanding fare, you'd think the G on the outside of the building would stand for gourmet.
The G stands for my name.
That's Greg Brackman, the G behind the name and the chef behind the line at G Bar. The small but spirited spot on Swampscott Beach boasts a cozy come-as-you-are atmosphere, which makes customers feel welcome the second they walk through the door.
People are definitely going to feel comfortable. I think that's one of our strengths. Oftentimes, people don't want to get up and leave. It's really a fun place to be.
Back in the fishbowl-like kitchen, you can usually spot Greg tending to his dishes as he closely monitors the dining room to make sure every customer has a smile on.
That's kind of like the cockpit, if you will. And the mirrors kind of work with each other so that I can see every single seat from that kitchen. And it's ultimate joy to see an empty plate or a happy face, or an ooh or an ah.
And with food like this, it's hard to find a disappointed face in the house. There's crispy shrimp garnished with sriracha and lemon shallot aioli, and heartwarming meatballs served in a tangy marinara with toasted mozzarella.
Toasting the mozzarella, almost like a toasted marshmallow.
And for a locale alternate to buffalo wings, try G-Bar's Buffalo Cauliflower.
The buffalo cauliflower was kind of a healthy way to get that buffalo wing flavor in your mouth without having all those fat calories. So what we do is we flash fry the cauliflower until it's nice and golden brown, and we toss it with our Hot Love hot sauce, and then it sits on top of wasabi whipped cream with a nice Maytag blue cheese. You know, you take one bite, you have a lot of flavors working together.
For something as pretty as it is tasty, order G-Bar's Tuna Tower. This multi-level stack of deliciousness is layered with sushi-grade tuna, creamy avocado, and spicy wasabi whipped cream, and served alongside crispy wonton chips.
It's really beautiful on the plate, but once you dive into it, it quickly disappears.
G-Bar also offers a range of perfectly seared steaks, like the filet mignon, served over bacon cocoa Brussels sprouts, or the ribeye, presented in a stack over horseradish whipped Yukon potatoes in a veal demi-glaze, a personal favorite of Greg's.
Our ribeye is a classic, in my opinion, like a Last Supper steak dish. It's just a pan-roasted, grass-fed ribeye. There's a little bit less fat content and more flavor in the meat. It sits on top of the mashed potato. And then we take some beautiful sweet Vidalia onions, fry them nice and crispy, and sit those on top of the steak.
If you're craving some carbs, go for G-Bar's Pappardelle Pasta, smothered in a tomato cream sauce and spiked with spicy sausage. And for something out of the ordinary, order the baked stuffed squash. This delicious dish features a roasted acorn squash stuffed with a blend of crab, shrimp, and herb focaccia crumbs, sautéed to order before it gets torched and plated with a creamy hot tomato sauce. And for something with some Asian flair, order G-Bar's duck. Cooked until crispy and served on a bed of chow fun noodles and a hoisin sauce, it's no surprise that this is one of the restaurant's most popular dishes.
We go through about 40 pounds every 2 weeks of chow fun noodles, and we only use it for that one dish, so that's a lot.
Desserts at G-Bar are a family affair because Greg's wife Amy happens to be the mastermind behind the apple crisp.
Amy's my lovely wife who came up with this awesome apple crisp. She taught us all how to make it, and we serve it with a fresh vanilla bean whipped cream that we make here as well. It's really nice. We get that fresh apple taste, and then the crumbles on top are nice and crispy, and then you round it out and soften it with that vanilla whipped cream, and it's really, really fun.
And the neighbors at Newman's Bakery get involved when it comes to the challah bread turned bread pudding.
The challah comes from next door, our lovely neighbors at Newman's Bakery. Been making it for years and years and years, and it works really well with the bread pudding.
And while it may seem like a grind to prepare food like this day in, day out, there's nothing this G would rather be doing.
I think people really appreciate me being here, whether it be behind the line or on the floor. This is my dream. I was blessed with the hands that I have, and I feel like when I use those hands and the gift that I have, it's what I'm meant to do, meant to be.